Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope that your week is off to a great start. This is Tabitha Jane. Hi. I wanted to pop on here because I'm really feeling very strongly called to share my stories, which are quite uncomfortable, to be honest. And before we dive deep, because yeah, I lose train of thought. Hey, if y'all can do me a favor, please hit the like button, give me some thumbs up, and hit the subscribe and the bell notification. That way, you guys get info from me when I pop on here. My life is totally cray cray. I'd love to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna be here, Mondays or Wednesdays, Friday. I can't. I can't right now. But what I can promise is I will be here as often as I can for you all. Today, I wanted to talk about the insanity of being involved in a relationship where you are just lost. You're confused. I mean, it's like you try to have just a basic conversation, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh my God. And what the hell? Yeah, been there, done that. That was like my entire life. I'm 47 years old, and it has been the last year and a half that I've pulled back. And that is where I have learned. This glare, let me see. Is that better? I hope it's better. But no, I mean, I didn't know. This is just like awkward. I can take the light off, but I don't know. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Ignore the picture. What matters is the words I share with you. But no, really, truly, I didn't know I was born into a family of narcissists. I didn't know I was groomed, programmed, whatever you want to call it, to be codependent. I was so damn good. I was. I mean, it's like I anticipated. I knew, because the other thing I didn't know was I'm an empath. And so I intuitively knew what they needed, what they wanted from me. I just did. That was my mode of survival. And this last year and a half, as I have pulled back from pretty much all relationships, except for my parents, yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. And I would imagine there are a lot of you out there struggling, challenged, confused, not realizing it's not you. Honest, it isn't you. It is them. And this isn't a pass. This isn't like a blame game thing at all. It's just a reality check. Because here's the truth of it. All of my relationships, and I say this with all sincerity, I sincerely was very compassionate. I was very supportive. I was very encouraging. I gave everything I had to give. And what I received in return was crumbs. And I have no ill will towards anybody. So don't think this isn't like a bitch session. It's not that. It is just an awakening, an awareness for those of you going through this. Because here's what I did. My mode of survival from the time I was a child was to take everybody else's problems, magnify them, make them bigger. So my girlfriend, who her parents wouldn't buy Guess jeans for, and that was the end of her world, and that was a real big problem for her. And yeah, I'm going home, and it's like, okay, oh, what's on what kind of food do we have to eat? But my problems were diminished because I focused on hers. So that was my survival technique as I grew up. And I perpetuated that as an adult, not knowing any different, not knowing any better. So as I met male counterparts who were narcissists, can you imagine how easy I was? I laugh about it because, it's all a learning process. It's all a thing. And I was the perfect fodder. They were like, "Oh, I can't pay my bills. Oh, here, I got some extra money. Let me pay for you." I don't have food. Oh, I can go grocery shopping for you. Let me take care of this for you. I've got a cracked tooth. Oh, well, here, let's go to the dentist. Let me help you. And I did this and I did this and I did this until I was flat ass broke. Because that's how it was raised. That's how it was programmed. I'm supposed to give everything. Otherwise, I'm selfish. I'm not a good person if I have and you don't. That's the core programming I received. And so I literally gave everything away. And I don't want that to be for you. The other thing I experienced is, okay, I gave and I gave and I gave. I just shared that. I mean, like, I gave everything. And yet I still received accusations. I still was accused. Not just some of the most stupidest things. I was accused of looking at someone, or I was accused because I talked to someone. I was accused because I was late. I was accused because I wasn't smart enough to do for myself. I'm pretty damn smart. I've gone through a lot. I've experienced a lot. I know how to take care of myself. But my narcissists love to make me think I'm not capable. Here's the thing. I'm sorry, I got to share this with you really quick. The reason why a narcissist makes you feel like you are incapable is because actually they are incapable. And what they do, and I don't understand this. I mean, I'm in the process of writing a book. But it's like they want someone above them more stronger than they are, more impactful than they are, more knowledgeable than they are, to tear you down. I don't know. Have any of you experienced that? If you have, drop a comment and let me know, because I'd love to hear your experiences, because by sharing, we create a collaboration, a community. But yeah, my all of the narcissists from the time I was a child, it was like they wanted me It's so weird. They wanted me to tear me down. But then when they tore me down, they were upset because I wasn't up here where I was before. Does that make any sense? But that's what it was. My stepdad growing up, it's I was always super inquisitive. I was very smart, and I always wanted to learn. I was a nuisance. Yet if I wasn't smart enough, I was a burden. It's a catch-22. You can't fucking win. Sorry. But that's what it is. You can't win. My ex-husband, he valued my inner strength, yet he intentionally chipped away at he chipped away at my self-confidence until I broke. But see, for me, breaking is that point where I value myself more than I value them. So I guess I'm one of those really weird people. Every relationship I've ever had, I'm the one who walks away. I leave. And I guess, as I learn more about the narcissist, codependent, empath, that's not the norm. But I get to a place where I don't like me anymore because of how much I've given and sacrificed and degraded myself. And I just hit a plateau. I hit a bottom line, and it's like, I'm done. I'm done. I can't lose me entirely. I know I have worth. I know I have value. And I'm still trying to learn and figure all that out. But I will not be less. I give until that breaking point. I don't know how else to explain it. Even my last relationship, we were together for 3.5 years. And it was literally the ugliest I've ever been in my life. And I just one day went in and told him, I said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I hate myself. And I can't hate myself. So I'm all done. But that's what they do. They wear you down. They chip away at you. They just strip you of who you are to the point either you bottom out and you fight back. And, in my instance, the cost was everything I had. Like, well, I've got my bed and my dresser and I've got some clothes. And that's okay. I mean, I just figure I'm rebuilding and starting over, and it's a new beginning. But they just take everything from you. And physical things are nothing. I mean, really, it's what's inside that they strip. It's what's in your mind. That's what they tear down. And they're so damn good at it. And the thing of it is we let them do it without even realizing. And I'm looking at some notes over here. Yeah. They break your strength by psychologically manipulating you. It's It's all about control. They every single narcissist I've been with, they don't want you to have other people in your life. They don't want you to have the possibility of the checks and balances. They don't want you to have another perspective. It should only be their perspective because that's all that matters to them. And if you are not, that's worse. Sorry. If you're not abiding by their rules, there's something wrong with you. Well, there isn't anything wrong with you. It's them. See, here's the thing. Every narcissist I've been with, as I reflect back, they're super insecure. They play overconfident. They play overbearing. They play being super passive. It's like it's over the top. They're either overly in your face with domination and control, or they're overly needy and pathetic. Either way, they need you to fill that empty void inside of them. When you do, they realize the gift and the talent and the value that you bring. And they have to bring you down beneath them, which is why the derogatory comments, the mind games, tearing you down. Yet they still want you to be that person uplifting. Which is where it gets so confusing. It's like a roller coaster ride. You don't even know freaking which way you're going. Because they want you to be less than them, but they need you to be more than them. Does that make sense? And so they're putting you in between these two places, and you're so confused. You see the good in this person. You genuinely love them, and you genuinely want the best for them. But it's all a facade. They don't have their shit together. They're not going to get their shit together. And through the whole process, all they're doing is tearing you down, and making you feel less than. What was it? This other quote I heard. It really sums it up great. It's a toddler psychology in grown physiology. That's your narcissist. They have a toddler psychology in a grown physiology, whether they're male or female, and I've dealt with both throughout my whole life. And it's so true. They're like 3-year-olds. Forget the terrible twos. Terrible twos are nothing. 3-year-olds, that is like the freaking terror age. Any of you out there, parents, any of you, you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. 2s are not bad. They're testing. 3s, 3-year-olds are the ones who are off the charts. Just, they push your buttons. They push you to your limits. And your narcissist, they're like a 3-year-old. They got the 3-year-old psychology in a grown person's physiology. And just like the 3-year-old, my philosophy always was to understand their developmental cycle. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't make it acceptable. So I could understand the developmental challenges that they were going through. But when you're talking about a grown person, their developmental challenges are all within them. And trust me, I'm 47, year and a half I've been by myself. So let's say 45 years, okay? Almost half a century with narcissists. You're not going to change them. No matter how much you love them, you're not going to change them. You're not going to help them. It's up to them. It is an inner shift. No different from you when you need to transition something in your world or in your life. It requires an inner knowing, a new paradigm shift, a new belief, actions, whatever. You have to, it comes from within. And the same is true for them. So really, the best gift you can give is to walk away, allow them to miss you, let them throw their fits,